How to clean your pellet smoker on Smokin and Drinkin. Hey, welcome back to Smokin and Drinkin. I'm Mike, and today we're going to talk about cleaning your pellet grill. So let's get started. Cleaning your pellet grill is very important, but it's pretty simple. Some of the things you're going to need, you need a Shop Vac or vacuum. I'm using Traeger all natural cleaner. You can use just warm water and soap. This isn't all that expensive. But I like to use it. It's a pretty good organic cleaner. And you need a brush and a scraper. We'll talk more about this brush in a minute. And you need some rags or paper towels. I've got some shop rags here that are clean, so we'll use those. So we'll go ahead and get started. First thing you're going to want to do is take your grill grates out, get them out on the table. I've got some cardboard down here because it makes a greasy mess. So I'm going to use some rubber gloves. You don't have to, but it helps clean up on yourself a little easier. So let's get the grill grates off onto the table and we'll get started cleaning on them. All right, first thing we want to do is get our grill grates out of the smoker. Get them on the table. As you can see, they're pretty dirty. I use my Traeger quite a bit, obviously. But let's talk first about the brush. I have a steel bristle brush with a scraper on it. I do not recommend you use these steel bristle brushes because they can lose small pieces of the steel and get them hooked on your grill grate, and then there's a possibility it could get into your food. I have another one. It's a nylon brush, but it broke. So I'm just going to be using the scraper portion of this. I'm not going to use the steel brush. I just want to get some of the big stuff off with the scraper, and then we'll use our rags and our cleaner to get them clean. So again, I don't recommend the steel brushes. So let's just, first thing you want to do, like I said, you want to have some cardboard down because it will make a pretty big mess. And First, I want to take the scraper, as I said, and just kind of knock some of the big stuff off of there. Make it a little easier for cleanup with the rags. Again, if you had a brush, it would be a lot easier, but we're improvising today. Again, just want to get the big stuff off of there. Those little hooks on the sides of the scraper work real well. You want to get in there and get all that big stuff off. And something I forgot to mention, you want to make sure your grill is cool. The fire is out. I would recommend waiting at least 24 to 48 hours before you clean it after you've used it. But just make sure it's cool and the fire is out because you don't want to burn yourself. So just work on getting the big stuff off of the grates, and then we'll move on to using the spray and rag to knock down the rest of it. It's important to clean your grill every 2 or 3, at least every 5 uses. You want to make sure that the fire pot is clean and free from ash. That ash buildup is what causes them to potentially explode, and they will explode. They can. You've probably seen other videos on YouTube with grills exploding. I don't think I'd want to experience it. So Make sure you clean your grill regularly. Make sure the fire pot is free from the dust. There's a lot of dust in the pellets, so that can cause a lot of problems. And you want an enjoyable experience when you're smoking or grilling. So again, we just use, normally I use paper towels, but I thought I'd use these shop rags. I've had them for a long time and hadn't been using them, so they last a little longer than paper towel will. Paper towel's going to fall apart pretty quickly doing this job, but just need to spray it down and wipe it down and get all the big stuff off of there. Get it as clean as you can. If you leave that stuff on there, sometimes it affects the flavor of your food, especially if it's burnt. Burnt on stuff. We'll get to that in a little bit. The drip tray underneath gets a lot of burnt stuff, and that causes some smoke that you don't like. Some of that ash flavored smoke, and that's not good. You want to be able to taste the wood pellet smoke that you desire. So, all right. It doesn't have to be, immaculate. You're going to put meat on it and you're going to put fire under it again anyway. But okay, now it's time for another couple of rags here. Hit it one more time just to get most of that off, and then we'll move to the top rack. Okay, again, it doesn't have to be spotless. Just want to get the big stuff off. That's pretty good. I could probably hit it again, but kind of running out of daylight here. Got a late start on this project, and me and Mrs. Smokin and Drinkin are heading out for an evening. So let's just set that aside. Straight spots here. And we go over to the. I'm just making a bigger mess. That's all right. Said, you always want to keep a clean smoker. Clean smoker is a happy smoker. Pellet smoker. I don't know about that other kind of smoking. I'll do that. All right, that's pretty good. I'll probably hit that one again next time. Hit it a little harder, but again, like I said, we're kind of pressed for time. All right, so we got that cleaned up. Then we'll move over to the pellet smoker and we'll clean out the inside. All right, and when we get over to the smoker, I like to use these Traeger drip trays, aluminum drip trays. I catch a lot of that goop. That's cheese, I think, from the poppers, the jalapeno poppers that we made. Check out that video, that's pretty fun. But that makes for easy cleanup. Just throw that away, and we need to pull all of the pieces. You need to pull the drip tray out. Keep all that on the inside. We're going to vacuum that out. Just pull that out and set it aside. And then pull the heat shield off. Boy, I've been doing a lot of smoking. There's a fair amount of dust, pellet dust in there. And then you get down to the fire pot, and you want to get your Shop Vac and get in there and just suck out all that ash and pellets and goop and everything in there. It's going to get loud, so we'll shut her down. You can shut down the audio on this, but here we go. All right. I want to also want to suck out your auger, your pellet hopper, and the auger down in there. Get all those out of there because you want to get fresh. You want to get all the dust out of the auger, and you're going to lose a few pellets. That's okay. You're probably going to put different kinds of pellets in there anyway. But all right, once you get it all vacuumed out of there, you get all the big chunks and all the dust and everything. Then you want to go back with your scraper, and you want to. The vacuum doesn't. I probably should have done this first, maybe. But either way, you want to scrape all the grease that's built up in there, baked on the goo and grime. Not too bad in there. Yeah, that wasn't bad at all. Just give it another shot with the vacuum. I noticed, I think I forgot to put the paper filter in the vacuum. That's why there's a big cloud of dust. Silly. All right, once you're done sucking up all the nasties, you want to go ahead and wipe down the inside. Get a lot of that grease off of there. Again, I use the all natural cleaner. I'm gonna have to buy some more. I'm almost out. I start at the top with the lid, work my way down. Camera might get a little shaky, but that's where we are. Grill grates. Sooner or later, you gotta clean it out. Easy to do. Half of this job. Most important thing is to make sure that firebox is clean and free from dust. One other thing that you want to keep clean, is the grease bucket, the drip bucket. I went ahead and I buy these little aluminum liners. I need a shot of that. There's little aluminum liners that go in there. That helps clean up. I got a nice little leaf in there. Fly, be free. But you want to keep that clean too. All right. Got a little extra there. Next thing we'll do is reassemble the inside. Put the grill grates back in after we put the flash guard and the drip pan back in. Let's put our magnets back on before I lose them. Okay, let's see, we gotta go back with the flash guard, and there's a notch on one side, notch on both sides actually, so you can kind of tell where you're going. There's two little edges in there, just sits in like that. Sits right on there like that. And then I'm going to take the scraper, scrape some of this grease off of the drip tray. I'm a noisy guy. I use the aluminum drip tray liners, but you know, you still get some in there, so it's kind of have to clean that drip tray off too. And then that just sits in there. I got it backwards. Goes in like this. Should sit right in those two little ledges. There we go. There it is, a little bit warped. That's okay. Should slope towards the grease bucket, so if it's sloping right, you know you got it in there right. And I'm going to get, I don't have it here, I'm going to run and get one of those drip liners. I'll be right back. Alright, as I said, I like to use these Traeger aluminum drip trays. Helps make cleanup a lot easier. Just drop that right in there. Fits right on there. You can get different sizes depending on the size of your grill. And then we just put our grill grates back in, starting with the bottom one. Careful not to hit your temperature sensor, temperature probe. I want to break that off, especially when you go putting the top grill back in. Those fit right in the holes for the legs, and that's it. That's really about all there is to it. All right, there you have it. And then there's just the cleanup that's left. But that about does it. As always, thanks for tuning in. Remember to like and subscribe, hit that notification bell, and as always, Prost.